Morning, Judge. Over here.
Okay, can you hear me, Mr. Roebuck?
Sir.
All right. Do you have Ms. Hathaway with you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good morning, Ms. Hathaway. All right, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth, so help you God? All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Sean David Hathaway. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will on December 23rd of 2016, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Roebuck.
Thank you, Judge. Ma'am, you were the wife of Sean David Hathaway.
Yes.
He passed away on December 23rd, 2020.
Yes.
And we have filed this application as amendment of title because you have not found any reason to actually have an administration of the estate. Is that right?
Correct.
There are no debts that need to be paid anymore.
Correct.
And there's no other action that you need to take on behalf of the estate. Is
That's
that right?
correct.
Now, you are not otherwise, you're not unqualified. Well, we're not being administrated. I have showed you the document that's called named a proof of death and other facts. Have you read this document?
Yes.
And is everything in that true and correct?
Yes, it is.
Would you say?
All right, do you have a notary available there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know when her proof is notarized, please.
Hey, sir, come in here and notarize this.
And Mr. Roebuck, is her oath of no debts included within the proof?
It does have it at the bottom. I did include that says I've investigated the affairs of the decedent. To the best of my knowledge, I believe there are no unpaid debts. I do have a separate one if you need one, but if that covers it, then it is in there.
That should cover it.
All right.
Today's the 23rd, right?
Yes, sir.
She's notarizing it now, Your Honor.
Very good.
Is that? I didn't even turn around.
I heard the stamp.
It's clicked.
All right, Judge, we are notarized.
All right, Mrs. Hathaway, I just signed the order admitting the will to probate as amendment of title, and Mr. Roebuck will guide you through the rest of the process. I'm so very sorry for your loss, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Y'all take care. Have a great week.
Thank you.
James Black has three.
Three. Okay, let's bring him on and I'll find out. Good morning, Mr. Black.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. Would you like to do the Felder estate first?
That's fine. Yes, sir. Let us get Ms. Felder. She's right outside the door.
And Miss Thibodeau, is she there live?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to sit on the end here?
Uh, Well, let's do that. Yeah. Put you right here, Ms. Felder.
There's Judge
Ms. Felder is here, Your Honor.
obituary of the son that passed away.
Good morning, Ms. Felder and Ms. Thibodeau, if I could get you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be a copy of the last will and testament of Mr. Jeff Felder III. Do y'all recognize that as being a copy of his will?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask y'all if that is a copy of his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Right. And after the date that he made this will on January 24th of 2011, did he ever revoke it?
No.
Okay, and Ms. Thibodeau, there's a witness that is signed on there. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And you were there and present whenever he executed this document?
Yes, sir.
And he declared it to be his last will and testament in your presence as well as the presence of the other witness?
Yes, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, Your Honor. As you've stated, that we're probating a copy of Mr. Felder's will. And Ms. Linda H. Felder is the applicant, his surviving wife and the sole devotee. Ms. Felder, you have reviewed this proof of death and other facts. Is
Yes,
that
I have.
correct? And it's your testimony to the court that all the facts stated herein are true and correct.
That's right.
All right. And you have also in the proof, you stated that there are no debts owed by the estate other than some lien, perhaps a lien on real estate. You may not even have that, but
We don't have that.
you don't even have that. do you? All right. You're asking the court to probate the will for title purposes to these two homes. Your home and the home of Mr. Felder's, originally his parents.
Right.
All right.
That's right.
Thank you. If you'll sign right here, please, ma'am.
Do you have a notary available, Mr. Black?
No, it just occurred to me, my notary is a witness. May I notarize?
You may if you're a notary.
Yes, sir, I'm a notary. I will do that. Ms. Thibodeau, you've already testified that you have recognized his signature and you've reviewed this proof of, so by subscribing witness and stuff, facts stated therein are true and correct.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We'll go with Eddie Ray Brown next.
All right, sir. Thank you. Your Honor, Eddie Ray Brown, Ms. Lewis is the executor. She's joining us from Longview. Has she signed in yet? I don't. Her name is. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. If you just walk outside, I'll visit with her in just a minute.
No one came on. Over now. Or Brown. Well, yeah. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Ms. Lewis, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Ms. Lewis, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Eddie Ray Brown. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on October 9th of 2018, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
He did not.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Lewis, Yuri Belver Lewis, and you're the applicant for probate of your brother's will, Eddie Ray Brown,
Yes.
correct? You have reviewed this proof of death and other facts.
Yes,
You have it in front of you.
I do.
All right. And is it your testimony to the court that all the facts stated herein are true and correct?
Yes.
All right. And you also have an oath as executor before you,
Yes.
and you've reviewed this oath. You're willing to serve in that capacity, and you know of no reason that you're not qualified to act. Is that?
I am. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Lewis, what's going to happen is you're going to make arrangements to sign your proof before a notary public and return that to Mr. Black, at which time you file it with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate, and he'll guide you through the rest of the process. So I hope everything goes well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we're ready for Mr. Jones.
Okay, Mr.
Larry. Yeah.
Here, Mr. Black.
Larry, yeah.
Yes, sir. There it is.
Okay, where's the
Now
rest?
it's good. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Sorry. Flavors. Must be having trouble.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Let's see.
There we go. Thank you.
There it is.
Painted it.
All right, good morning. All right. Okay, this one's over 4 years.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Jones, if you'll raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
Is he the only one that's going to testify in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Sharon Salitha Jones Dupree. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the day she made this will on March 3rd of 2009, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Not that I know of. I don't-
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jones, you're Dwight
Yes, sir.
Wayne Jones, correct?
That is correct.
And you're the applicant for probate of the will of Sharon Dupree.
Yes, sir.
The heirs at law were notified. One was served with personal service, one was filed a waiver, and one was served by publication because you could not locate his
That is correct.
whereabouts.
That is correct.
And Mr. Dowden has been appointed to
Okay.
for that witness, heir. You've reviewed this proof of death and other facts,
Yes, sir.
and it's your testimony of the court that all the facts stated herein are true and correct. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And you are not in default in failing to present the will for probate within 4 years. You didn't know you needed to do it within
Right,
that
I
time.
didn't-
Is that right? All right. And you also know about her financial affairs, and you know that there are no debts of the estate not secured by liens on real estate. Is that
That's correct. We checked everything, make sure that she didn't own anything.
all right? And you're asking the court to probate the will as a muniment of title to the house that was hers.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. If you'll sign right here, please.
I didn't know, so I don't need that pen. I didn't. I need some glasses.
Oh.
I can't see the wall. Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Right here, full name.
Any questions of this witness, Mr. Dowden?
No, sir, Judge, I'm satisfied.
All right, I read your report, so I
Thank
guess,
you.
is that Mr. Jones's brother that we're unable to find that was in Kansas?
I understand, Judge, he's been at several locations in Kansas, and Mr. Jones, if you'll help my memory, he's no longer at any of those addresses. Is that what you told me?
That is correct.
Okay.
Do you know where he is, Mr. Jones?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
I'm trying to find him.
All right, let me know when it's notarized.
It is now notarized. Ms. Thibodeau has just notarized it, Your Honor.
Well, she's just multi-talented today.
That's
She's
right,
witness,
that's right.
notary.
She's even an usherette, bringing people in and out.
All right. Mr. Jones, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing Mr. Black to get a certified copy of the will in order, and he'll guide you through the rest of the process. And I hope everything goes well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll have a great.
Good to
Thank
see you, Mr. Jones.
You're going to be, Mr. Dowden, stay on here. You're going to be next.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's start with Burley Estate.
Burley, gotcha. Let me get Mr.
All right, Mr. Black, y'all have a great week.
Thank
You
you.
too.
You
Thank
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
You need some coffee, Joe.
I'm getting there.
I'll let him know.
He's gonna want to say you. Thank you. He's gonna want to say you, not me, so I think I'm gonna probably shift this just a little. There you go. Oh.
Good morning, Ms. Page.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm better than I deserve. Where is Woodland in Port Arthur?
It's off of 39th Street. If you take a left on Avalon.
Oh, yeah, by the old Barker store,
Yes,
the HEB.
HEB.
yes,
When I was a little boy, that big building behind the HEB was a Barker's.
Yep.
It's kind of like a Walmart, a
I remember.
miniature Walmart.
I remember, yes.
All right, Ms. Pate, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Helen Burley. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and after the date she made this will on November 11th of 2015, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, she didn't.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Pate, you had a chance to look over the proof of death and other facts that we're filing in this case this morning. Is that true?
True.
Everything in that document is true and correct. Is that right?
Yes.
And also, we've got an oath for you to sign, and you assure the court that you'll take care of the affairs of your mother's estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay, Judge, that's all I have. Unless you need anything further, we'll sign and notarize.
Do you have a notary there?
I do. Miss Nina is right in here with us.
Okay, let me know when she is done.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how she puts up with you.
She's
I don't either.
She's a blessed woman, Judge, and I try to remind her at least once a day.
Well,
43 and a half years of blessing. What more could you ask for?
really? Glad you read that part of the Bible that talks about being humble in spirit.
Yeah. Okay, Judge, we're
That was
signed.
a good one.
We're signed. You got me that time, Judge. We're signed and notarized, Your Honor.
All right, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary, Ms. Pate. And that's what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate. So Mr. Dowden's going to take the documents you just signed and he's going to e-file those with the county clerk. He'll be able to get your letters for you. So if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything of that nature, you'll be able to do so. Please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate because he has 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well and y'all holler if you need anything. And Mr. Dowden had one more case, so I hope you have a great week.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. We'll wait for Mr.
I'm on the way to grab them, Judge. So we have. You know what, Robbie, if you come first, okay, and sit right here, Judge, you're gonna wanna see you.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to take my.
You can leave the mask on or off, or you wanna slide this way so she can sit, or
I can
what
just
you
sit
want?
right over here.
Is that
She's right
okay?
there.
You wanna stand there? Okay.
She's right there.
Okay, I've got this one as being approved. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Grissom, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
I don't guess at one point you were a computer science professor at Lamar, were you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I had you. at one point in time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I still don't know anything about computers.
Well, that was kind of it was for business people and it was kind of a hit and miss thing. You know, it wasn't
Well,
real.
it probably had something to do with my lackadaisical attitude towards study habits during my first 2 years in college.
Well, that was beginners and then most of them were just kind of like, oh, will this guy go away? You know.
All right, Mr. Grissom, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Esther Bell Grissom. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on September 3rd of 1993, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Grissom, understand that Mom passed away on or about October 26th of 2020. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and prior to the hearing this morning, you guys were in Friday, I think, and I know you've had an opportunity to look over the proof of death and other facts. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Everything in that document is true and correct. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
And also, we're filing with Judge Brannick this morning an oath where you'll promise the court that you'll take care of the affairs of Mom's estate, and you'll do that. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have unless you need anything further.
Well, it looks as though you've lost weight over the last 40 years.
What's that?
My looks from the last 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some weight there.
Okay, here we go. The numbers are at the top, right? Okay.
Okay, so what's going to happen after she's notarized that is I'm going to send the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Those letters are what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate, so that if you need to deal with real estate title companies or financial institutions, insurance companies, you'll be able to use those letters to do that. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Dowden and get him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he has 90 days to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. But other than that, I hope everything goes well. Are we notarized, Mr. Dowden?
We are notarized, Judge, and we've even got Mr. Grissom's inventory's already been prepared, and we'll file it this afternoon with your permission.
Fantastic. All right, I send the order. Y'all let me know if you need anything.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
everything goes well. It's good to see you again.
Well, nice seeing you, and I hope I wasn't too much of a pain in the butt back then.
Oh, no, I would think it was the other way around.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day. Have a good Monday.
Thank you.
Okay, now, let's see. I think we'll go in there. Yes, we're good. Okay. Now, so this is done.
Both self-approved.
This one, Sonia Riviere, is gonna be online.
Who?
She's gonna be the,
All of them are online for him.
oh, are
That's
they?
those iPhone people too.
Okay,
So you
so
can go with
it
either
doesn't
one.
Yeah, so which one?
Good morning, Mr. Andreessen.
Good morning, Judge. How are you today?
Good. Are all your people appearing electronically?
Yes, sir, they are. I have 2 hearings today.
Okay, let's go with the Yarbrough, Sonia Riviere. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, tell me something. Do you say Revere or Riviere?
Revere. That I throws everyone off. Yes, sir.
All righty. Now that we have that taken care of, we can move on. All right, Ms. Revere, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Ernest Neal Yarbrough. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, and I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date that he made this will on February 7th of 2012, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir. It was changed as far as putting me as executor after my mom passed in 2014. I mean, I don't know if that's considered a change.
Very good. Yeah, and that's taken care of in the will. Very good. Go right ahead, Mr. Andreessen.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Ms. Revere, you've reviewed the proof of death and other facts, which is your written testimony here today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I have.
And is everything in that statement true and correct to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. We ask that the will be admitted to probate, that Ms. Revere be appointed the independent executor without bond, and that appraisers be waived.
All right, Ms. Revere, so what's going to happen is you're going to make arrangements with Mr. Andreessen to sign your proof of death and other facts and your oath before a notary public. He's then going to e-file those with the county clerk in Jefferson County, at which time I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you'll be able to deal with financial institutions or real estate title companies and so forth. Just make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Andreessen because he had 90 days from the date I signed the order to file an inventory with the court, and he'll need your assistance to do that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Mr. Andreessen has another case, so he will get with you after he's finished, and I hope everything goes well, and y'all have a great week.
Okay, thank you. Y'all as well.
Thank you, Ms. Revere.
Thank you.
This is a codicil and they're both approved.
Hello? I see Jeff Brannick.
Good morning, Paige.
Hi, Jeff.
How's everything in your world?
Well, I can't complain, and I hope you're good too, and Precious Sherry.
I'm doing great. Is that your brother behind you?
It is.
What's left of him? How are you?
He's my older brother.
No, no, don't do what that was. Come on now.
All right, if I can get y'all to raise your right hand, please.
Okay.
You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Charles L. Pemberton. Do y'all recognize that as being his will?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on this document.
That is.
And after the date he made this will on February 26th of 2015, was the only change in the will the codicil that was made September 24th of September 24th of 2015?
Are you aware
Yes.
of the codicil? I'm not.
Let me do this. Is this the codicil to your father's will?
Right.
Yes.
And is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, other than the will and the codicil, did he ever change or revoke those documents?
No.
No.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Andreessen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, Kurt.
Hi, how are y'all today?
We're good. Thank you.
Okay. I need to ask each of you if you've reviewed the proof of death and other facts, which I sent to you to review previously.
Yes.
Yes.
And is everything in that document true and correct to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So what's going to happen is that you and Craig Page are going to make arrangements to sign those documents, both your proof and your oath, for a notary public, and return those to Mr. Andreessen. He'll e-file those with the Jefferson County Clerk, and I'll sign the order admitting your father to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary, and those letters will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate so that y'all can marshal the assets and wind up the affairs. if you'll make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Andreessen in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate so that he can prepare an inventory that needs to be filed within 90 days of the date that I sign the order. And if there's anything else, feel free to call me and let me know if there's any way that we can help.
Oh, thank
Will
you.
do. Thanks.
That was quick.
Thank you, Your
See,
Honor.
see this coffee cup page?
Yes.
My
I wanna hear
snap said my name on it, so I would remember who I am.
Yeah, we're real worried about your mental state. Uh-huh.
Was welcome. Stick 'em,
I
don't
hope y'all have a great week, and let me know if there's
Thank
anything
you.
you can do.
Thank you so much. You're a doll. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
you? Thanks.
That's it.
Yeah.
Any contested today?
Well, that's it.